Hey guys, I'm back, and today I want to talk about beginning your spiritual journey after you have worked through your karma and you shed some of those ties that bind, leaving people behind. You're going to start your spiritual journey, and this is something that you're going to have to be ready for. A lot of people will go through huge life changes and realize that what they've been doing over and over that hasn't produced different results is insanity, and they want something new for their life. So I saw this cartoon, a political cartoon, a long time ago that had was representing, different candidates, but it's true in life. It said, do you see the glass half empty or half full? And then the last glass said, this is piss. So when you realize that what you've been fed your whole life is, in fact, piss, you're going to want to reach for something new and start your spiritual journey. I encourage you to take the road less traveled, Robert Frost, and cherry pick what is working for you as far as whether you've gone to church your whole life, whether you read the Bible, pray, meditate, you connect with nature, things like that. Cherry pick what works for you. Don't take the path that somebody else took and think that that's going to be exactly what you need to do. I mean, I can create a blueprint for you that I have done, but it's truly every path is different, and you're going to have to choose what works for you. So, I started school in a Christian school and a private Christian school, and I had to memorize Bible verses. I was married to a preacher's son for years, and we were forced to go to church. And when I moved to California, we tried lots of different churches. So I've gone to several different denominations, and um, I've gone to lots of different counseling, Christian counseling. I've read Psalms like 3 times. I still listen to the Bible on audiobooks and read inspirational things like that, videos. You have to cherry pick what works for you. And when you're on your path and in your purpose, you will understand eventually what your calling is, something that you do that you're great at. And, a lot of times your intuition will guide you. You're going to have to pray, you're going to have to meditate, you're going to have to ask God, what is my calling? What do I feel fulfilled in doing? And I feel fulfilled in helping people and teaching people. I want to help people. I learned a long time ago that being an empath, a lot of empaths are created by narcissists. It's something that you develop, to learn what you're supposed to do next. You will study people, look at their mannerisms, even their breathing patterns will tell you, what's off. Um, their body language, their true intentions will come through in a lot of the things that you observe. Um, the people that love and support you will find you, but you have to discern on this path who is for you and who is against you. So I encourage everyone to pray for discernment. This will help you to sort through the clutter, sort through everything that's being presented to you, and whether it is for you or not for you. I like to play dumb a lot. Until you get good at this, you're going to have to play dumb. It lowers people's guard around you, and if they think that you are not of a certain level of intelligence, they will lower their guard and they will start to show their true colors a lot sooner. And that will really help you out. Um, Listen to your intuition as far as your gut feelings. When you're around something harmful, your gut will scream to you. Sometimes your arm hairs will stand up, sometimes you'll get a twitch. A lot of people, their intuition talks to them in different ways, but it will definitely tell you um, what's right and what's wrong for you. It's never going to lie to you, so always trust your intuition. People Strangers, total strangers, have come up to me for years and just told me their life story. I used to want to start a blog about this years ago, about all the different stories that I have regarding people that have approached me out of nowhere and just spilled their guts to me. And once you've been through so many things in your life, so many emotions, so many trials and tribulations, you can meet those people where they are. You can recognize that emotion that they're feeling, the situation that they're going through. You might not have been through the exact same things, but you will have developed tools in your tool belt that you can whip out and show them how to develop that tool for their own life and how to navigate what they're going through. Um, that really helps them, but don't ever try to fix things for them. That will exhaust you, that will run you ragged. You can't be a people fixer. You can just tell them how you've managed to do things like that and encourage them to do that for themselves. Um, don't dim your light for anyone. If people are naysayers and they adopt to the limited belief system, limited mindset, they don't want to change, they're not ready to change, they're not ready to step out of their comfort zone. Look for inspiration outside of the box. I will listen to people that have done it before, people that are on similar paths to me. I really like Deion Sanders, and I've mentioned Kevin Gates before. Dolores Cannon is great. I love reading. I'm very introspective, and I was a quiet, shy child, so I kept my nose in books all the time, and that helped me to go beyond the things that my family were trying to teach me, and even school trying to teach me. You learn from other people. God definitely works through people. And I love the book Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, because it is about a boy who receives a level up. He gets like a school, somebody pays for him to go to school, and he came from very little means. And he thought that his benefactor was a rich person who he was in love with their granddaughter, and he thought that that was the plan, and how he was meant to marry this person and be with this person. And then the end of the book, he realizes that his benefactor was actually a prisoner that he helped free, that he met randomly one day by the water. And so you never know who God is going to work through to come towards you, to offer you help. Never keep yourself from asking for help, because you don't know where it's going to come from. There's strength in asking for help. That's not a weakness. And you just never know where it's going to come from. So keep your heart open, be ready to receive when you're on this path. The people that try to hold you back, don't listen to them. They are in their comfort zone. They are happy staying where they are. They want you to stay where they are. They don't want to be challenged to do anything greater with their life. So they want to keep you where they want you, and they want to control you. So these are not your people. Shine your light always. I mean, my light is so bright. I learned that a long time ago when people were approaching me, strangers. But sometimes I'll walk into the store and I'm looking like something that the cat coughed up, and people will just stop and stare. I've even had people say, wow. And I know it's not that I'm just outstandingly beautiful that day, but my light, I shine it so bright that it can blind people. Sometimes you know, they don't like it and they will try to drag you down because of it. But other times, people will look at you in awe because you're not afraid to be who you are. You have to be real. You have to be genuine. It would be easy for me to sit here and say, oh, I've done this and I've done this and it's been perfect. And no, it's not. There's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of trying to figure out, did I go the wrong way? If something's exhausting you and draining all of your energy, that's not your calling. That's not it. So you need to look for your signs and synchronicities along the way. And what I mean by that is when you pray for things, you're not always going to get a verbal answer. Sometimes you will hear the voice of God, but a lot of times the universe will show you through signs and synchronicities, such as angel numbers. I see a lot of 1111, 111. I'm a life path 11, so I see a lot of ones, songs on the radio, messages in movies that you watch, random people that will come to you, will share things with you. God will reach out in a lot of different ways, and your spirit team will reach out in a lot of different ways, and your ancestors will give you signs, coins. A lot of people find dimes. I find a lot of pennies on heads. If they're not on heads, I will flip it over and let the next person that crosses that path behind me find a penny on heads to encourage them to keep going. So the universe will show you through signs and synchronicities that you're on the right path, and pay attention to those. Look for those. They will tell you to keep going. That is what they're meant for. They will confirm that it may take you a long time. This is not a race. Slow and steady wins the race. So you just have to have faith in God and know that by seeing these signs, He's telling you, and your ancestors are telling you, your spirit guides are telling you that you are on the right path. Pray for protection. We have angels all around us. And another thing is, you do not know who God has sent here. There's plenty of earth angels. I strongly believe in reincarnation. There's a book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and it's about reincarnation. It's a very short book, but it helped me a long time ago when I was in school, because it taught me how, no matter where I came from, still continue to evolve as a person and reach for the stars. And you can help others by what you learn. A lot of times they're not going to be ready. Everybody has to be ready for their path, just like stopping drinking or drugs. You can't change another person. They have to be ready for that change. But once they are, you can help them with the knowledge that you've learned so that they can start ascending as well. Ancestors, even though they could have been a great guiding light to you on the earthly realm, they are so strong in the spiritual that if you think that they were your hero here, they have immense power in the spiritual realm, and they will guide you and protect you greater than they ever have before. So once you gain an angel on your spiritual team, they have so much more power than they did here. So trust that they are looking out for you and they have your back, and they will send you signs as well. Definitely take the long way around when it comes to this. A lot of times when your ops or agents of the devil will try to drag you down, it's new levels, new devils. So whenever you're going through the spiritual journey and people try to call you crazy or tell you you don't know what you're talking about, or they look at you like you have three heads, still keep going. Be your own encourager. Fill your cup back up and keep going. A lot of times it's perseverance. When I'm going through this situation here where people are trying to control me and play God in my life, you have to lose a lot of battles to win the war. Persevere. Take the long way around. Don't let any of that deter you, because you have to wear them down. Agents of the devil, when they realize that they are losing, they lose control of themselves. And all we really have is control over ourselves. We don't have control over other people. So when they realize that they're not wearing you down and you're not bending and you're not losing your soul's purpose because of the things that they're doing, they will start to act recklessly. The masks will fall off. They will act recklessly. They will make mistakes. The devil is in the details. So you have to look really close at the things that they're doing. They will expose themselves along the way, and you won't have to do anything a lot of times. Some of them are shapeshifters, and they will be very clever in how they try to manipulate you. But most of the time, they will expose themselves. People that didn't, that I reached out to for help in this situation, they would, I would send them a long message about, you won't believe what's going on, and they would just love it, heart the message, or not respond. And then when they see you getting stronger and that, you're not stuck like they want you to be, then they come out of the woodwork trying to encourage you and be your cheerleader all of a sudden. And so that exposes them. That shows you exactly who they are. They're pulling their own mask off. So slow and steady, have strength, have patience, keep your faith in the Lord. Um, I was up all night thinking about this message, and I definitely have to let my personality come out more because I'm silly, I'm zany, but I've had my guard up for so long and been in my masculine energy. We all possess feminine and masculine energies within us, and you have to know which one to pull out at which time. Oftentimes, I'll feel androgynous because I know that I have both within me. I've just had to keep my guard up for so long. I am on a twin flame journey, which I will talk about later. But someone who I thought was my twin flame and still might be, they abandoned me on this journey. A lot of times you will meet your twin flame on the battlefield and you're meant to help each other. And this person abandoned me. And that's fine. I'm going to continue to grow on my own and fight these battles on my own. But it made me step into my masculine energy to be able to do that. So just remember, even if it seems that you don't have any support, I come from a small city where it's very closed minded. When I moved to California, I quickly realized that people like being closed minded here a lot and they're comfortable there. I live in the Bible Belt. So even though I have grown up in church and not with my family, but with other families or on my own, just seeking that knowledge from there, there's a problem with church and it's full of people. So a lot of people that I have experienced at church, try to act perfect and they do judge. They try to one up each other, and it's just not, they're not at church for the right reasons. The best church I ever went to was a really small church in the town of Signal Mountain here, and it was come as you are. People came late, people came in ripped clothes and flip flops, but they were there for the right reasons. They were there to serve the Lord, they were there to fill themselves back up with that. They were there to help others and be there for others, and that's what it's all about. I feel like church has gotten away from that purpose with the mega churches and being broadcasted on TV. It's about making money. Some churches will kick you out for not having enough money to tithe. If you don't have enough money to feed your family and you can't give to the church like they want you to, sometimes they will ostracize you or plain ask you to leave. And that's not what God would want. I do believe in tithing, but I also believe in giving it to the people or causes of your choice, not necessarily trusting that the church is going to give your money to where it needs to go. So wherever your heart is calling you to give, that's where you should give. And I want to keep on this spiritual journey. I'm definitely reaching for the stars. I know that I'm a star and that I can help other people. And the support's not always going to come from around you. A lot of times I'm reaching people on Facebook that I've never met. I've shared my posts many times and I've gotten very little response from the people around here, but that's okay. As long as I reach one person, it's worth it. But I've already reached a lot more than one person, and I'm encouraging these people. They're encouraging me. I love my followers. I love all of the views that I've gotten. I'm definitely not going to stop. And when I reach the next level, I'm going to help other people. I'm not going to, of course, you want material things. You want things for yourself to get out of struggle or get out of survival mode. But I want to help other people get out of survival mode. I have a big heart and I want to help other people, especially the homeless. I want to help other people ascend. I don't want them to be stuck in the matrix and think that that's all there is. A lot of things that go on in the news. I stopped watching the news a long time ago. I don't want to be brainwashed by that stuff. I used to be very politically active, and I saw very quickly how they want you to choose a side, be Republican or be a Democrat. And that's just an illusion. That's an illusion to keep you distracted and keep you divided so that you stay arguing with your fellow man. And while you're doing that, they're carrying out all kinds of other things behind the scenes that you don't see. I think the government is definitely brainwashing us. I have the image in my head of the monkey, the one that has the spinning eyes, and he claps the cymbals. They want you to look at the monkey, look at the monkey. They want to distract you from what's really going on and hypnotize you and keep you in the mindset that they want you to be in so that they can carry out all of these other things. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, and they're not conspiracies. They catch fire because there's truth behind those things. Like 9/11, I believe that we either made it happen or we let it happen. There's lots of stories with the cartel or the Taliban where, they want to blame and point fingers at those people and make you think that they're evil, but they've trained the Taliban. They sent weapons to the cartels. They did things behind the scenes that eventually come out, but they don't want you to see. So the new levels, new devils definitely comes out in that scenario because the government is very powerful and they have connections, and the Council on Foreign Relations, they're involved in everything, and they don't want you to think that that's a government program, but it is. They, leaders have meetings with unelected officials behind the scenes all the time, and they're breaking a law when they do that, and a lot of times they use the scare tactics to take your rights away. And that's the whole Patriot Act, and every time it comes up for a re-up, it always goes right through because the CFR has people plugged into outlets everywhere, every major news station, every university, every publication. The celebrities, once they get a certain following and to a certain status, the Illuminati will approach them so that they can start pushing the agenda through them. So, new levels, new devils, when you're starting your ascension process and your spiritual journey, a lot of times it'll just be coworkers or messages online. You'll have to swat those things away. But as you start to gain momentum on this path, it will be, your family members, close friends, people that you thought trusted and loved you. When you ascend higher and you become more publicly known, and they'll try to approach you to push their agenda. If you refuse, then they're going to try and take you down. They're going to try and discredit you because they don't want anybody to realize what they're doing. So always know that once you level up, you're always going to have new devils to fight. The last thing that I want to mention is the attacks on social media that some of my soul family that I mentioned in my first video have been going through. I apologize for tagging some of you guys. I didn't think about it beforehand, how it might affect you. I've seen 2 people recently that have been attacked on social media or their YouTube channel, and they're flagging their videos or creating fake profiles so that they can talk bad to them or tell other people they don't know what they're talking about and attack them that way. And this is the way that a lot of those people make money. So I do feel bad about that. However, they are in my phone, so whether I mentioned you or not, they know what videos I'm watching. So they probably would have tried to attack anyway, but I do apologize for that. When people are hit, they're going to holler. So if you're out there telling the truth and they don't want you to expose them, they're going to start speaking up out of nowhere because they were hit. They were hit by something that you said. They were hit by something that I said, and they know that we're on the right track. So you guys keep your chin up, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. In no way did you guys expose these people for me. My discernment exposed these people for me. I knew almost the minute that I got here that this was piss. And it was all created, it was all contrived. So I looked to those videos for confirmation, really, confirmation for what my intuition was already telling me. So it wasn't, to all the ops out there, it wasn't them that exposed you. You exposed yourself. My spiritual gifts exposed you. These people were not the cause of me knowing what you were up to. I definitely knew to look deeper and to start figuring this stuff out for myself. But I feel like somebody's hitting my windows while I'm making this video. A lot of distractions so that I will stop doing what I'm doing, but I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to help people, and I'm going to continue to speak my truth. Always speak your truth. Always stand in your power. Always be genuine and pure. Always fully disclose what you've been through. There was a time in my life where when I went through my first divorce that I used cocaine for about 6 months, and I was definitely hooked on it. There are people that knew me during that very short period in my life that still treat me like I use that or I'm on that or that is who I am. And it's not. It never who was who I was, but a lot of times you have to go through things so that you can teach other people how to break those chains and how to get out of those addictions. And I will never go back to it. It definitely taught me a lot. I will never lie about the things that I've been through because they've made me who I am, and I'm who I am so that I can help other people. They're not going to listen to you if you haven't been through some things, if you haven't been through that stuff. I know what I'm talking about, and I can definitely help others. So I encourage you guys to do the same. And I will see you later. Have a great day. I love you. God loves you. You're never alone. Bye.